With Diddy currently incarcerated for his actions over the last 3 decades in the industry, a lot of people are pointing fingers at a lot of other celebrities who they believe should also be in prison. Now, one of the names that keep on coming up is Jay-Z. People believe that Jay-Z is equally as bad as Diddy, if not worse than Diddy, and that Jay-Z needs to be arrested as well. Now, a couple of things that people keep bringing up regarding Jay-Z and his history in the industry. They keep bringing up Foxy Brown, claiming that Jay-Z was involved with Foxy Brown when she was 15 years old. Now, for the most part, Jay-Z has denied that. Foxy Brown has also said that's not true. So that's been debunked somewhat. They've brought up the mistress. They've brought up how Jay-Z was involved with this mistress called Kathy White, who suddenly passed away in mysterious fashion.
Has anyone ever heard of Kathy White, Jay-Z's alleged mistress? Yes, let's talk about it. Miss Kathy White was a fitness and beauty expert, baby. She graduated from Howard University and she was the CEO of her own PR company. Now, she was rumored to be Jay-Z's mistress because one night in Las Vegas at Tao nightclub, she was seen with model Claudia Jordan sitting at Jay-Z's table with P. Diddy. It was rumored that the whole entourage was there to see a boxing match, but Beyonce was not in attendance, sweetheart. Just Claudia and Kathy. Now get this. Kathy had been rumored to be Jay-Z's mistress years before he got with Beyonce. Do y'all see the rings? Do y'all not see the fucking ring? So the blogs were having a field day, literally a field day with this girl. They were calling her, texting her, trying to get a quote and everything. And she just wasn't with the shit. Well, one day she finally gave in and decided to give a little information on her and Jay-Z. And she called Jay-Z to tell them that she was going to out them, allegedly. Now get this, this happened within 2 weeks of her death. And on the day Beyonce announced her pregnancy to the world, she suddenly passes.
These crazy Jay-Z conspiracies have always been just that, conspiracies. They've never really escaped Black Twitter or really escaped the grip of urban media or these TikTok conspiracies of underground TikTokers. Like, the most publicity it ever gotten was probably Tasha K or the Trap La Raw's video where he breaks down the death of Jay-Z's mistress. But, nobody have really taken it seriously in mainstream media because it's always been, just too crazy to even consider. But here's where I would say Jay-Z is in some trouble now. You see, when the theories are underground or when the theories are on Black Twitter, when the theories don't really make it past urban media and underground YouTubers and journalists and creators, then you're safe. But the one thing we know is the feds and the government and the police, they're so thirsty for a story that as soon as that story started escaping into the mainstream, bruh, as we've seen with Diddy, oh, they coming, right? They coming to investigate. And one thing we know about the feds, yo, when they investigate, they can make up any story they want to make up, bruh. The feds can make something stick. So Jay-Z, for the most part, have been able to sort of avoid the masses hearing out these conspiracy theories because nobody, of substance or nobody of real notoriety has ever touched on it. Well, this time around, while Piers Morgan was doing a panel on Diddy, he invited Jaguar Wright on. Now, Jaguar Wright, for you guys who don't know, she's the one who sort of started these P. Diddy conspiracies about like 5 to 6 years ago. She was telling us about free calls and Diddy stuff about 5 to 6 years ago. Well, she snuck the Jay-Z conspiracies in through the back door while on the Piers Morgan show. Piers got an interesting lineup here, bruh. Piers got Jaguar Wright, Vlad TV, and this lawyer here called Ariel. Now, Ariel is probably most famous for sort of representing this chick who she claimed was telling the truth against Chris Brown, who she claimed Chris Brown viciously assaulted, right? And then, she was going around to all publication, all media outlets doing these interviews, accusing Chris Brown of being a monster. And then Chris Brown provided the receipts of the chick that she was saying, was victimized by Chris Brown. He showed the receipts of this chick begging Chris Brown to sleep with him, right? Of this chick being upset that Chris Brown didn't hit her back because she thought she was a good girl and Chris Brown just smashed and dished her. Yeah. Yeah, right. So, and of course, Vlad and Jaguar Wright. So, so this is what Jaguar Wright had to say. So Piers was very smart, by sort of like having them individually give their story and not as like a group panel.
Start with you. You've been called a whistleblower. You knew Sean Diddy Combs for a long time. You attended a number of his infamous parties. And in 2022, you made headlines after comments where you called him a sex trafficker. And in response, you were called crazy and jealous. Do you feel vindicated by the events of the last few weeks?
No, not at all. Because he's just the beginning. Until him and his cohorts are all held to account publicly and legally, the victims, they're not safe.
How bad was it?
That's what I care about. I care about the victims.
No, I understand. How bad was it, do you think, what was going on?
I'm going to tell you right now that me, as a woman who has been in the industry for over 30 years, I've been performing live since I was 13. My first handler was McKinley Horton. I come to find out 25 years later that a scar that was on his face with a very elaborate story he gave me was put there by a woman who he assaulted. To live through these things and hear your elders in the business, people like Patti LaBelle say, just avoid him, honey. And being taught to...
Now, but what is Patti? What do Patti got to do with this, yo? Bro, Patti don't bother nobody, man. Now, one thing I'm gonna say this though, man. Jaguar Wright is amazing. She's amazing at storytelling. That's one of her gifts because she was a songwriter in the industry, and she wrote a lot of hits and a lot of songs. She was the wife of Scott Storch, so she knows how to write a story now. And she knows how to put you exactly where she wants to put you. Now, Jaguar Wright, for the most part, bruh, is benefiting from one of those things where, like, somebody can predict 1,000 things, right? It's like one of those people, bruh, like, and who predict, the world is gonna end, right? And they predict it every year. And then one year, like, they predict, I don't know, bruh, like a solar eclipse. And they get that right. And now, like, you are forced to consider all their other wrong predictions, right? In the case of Jaguar Wright, she have predicted a lot. She have said a lot about a lot of people because she was really early with the Diddy situation. We now got to sit back and just let her have it, all right? And just let her, like, just go through the motions and I guess figure out, maybe she's telling the truth about everybody, bro. But Patti LaBelle being involved is crazy.
To be just avoid him, honey. It's not good enough. Not when you live through these things, you're still suffering the PTSD created by all of this, and you're talking to a victim that's 20 years younger than you, and she's telling you the exact same thing that happened to you. So you want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z, whoa. Now, this is where things get a little bit scary because when she brings that into the forefront now, she brings that to mainstream media now. Now, people are becoming aware. Now, mainstream media, Piers Morgan audience, they're now about to start Googling and researching Jay-Z and his conspiracy theories and his crimes. And they're about to start uncovering the underground TikTokers, the underground YouTubers who are making some very compelling pieces.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does.
You see what y'all did, bro, to all the underground YouTube channels, bro, who hosted Jaguar Wright in her stories for years. Y'all see what y'all did, bro? Jaguar Wright is like a black treasure, man. She's like a cultural icon. Like, that belongs here. Taking Jaguar Wright and exposing her to mainstream, bro, is going to get her hurt or sued. And that's one of the things that I've asked a lot of people over the years, bro, especially in the industry. Jaguar Wright have been telling these stories for 5+ years now, implicating a lot of people. Why haven't anybody sued her? Why haven't Jay-Z or Diddy, get involved with Jaguar Wright and get her out the paint? Like, are y'all not suing her because, well, there's really nothing to gain from suing Jaguar Wright? Or are y'all not suing her because she's telling the truth? Now, she goes on and she explains, Jaguar Wright is brilliant because she has like this skill of saying a lot and trying to tie people in with things that really doesn't tie them in with it, right? So, for example, like she starts off by saying, Epstein, Diddy, this and this, they all have one person in common, Sean Carter. But like, if you look at the names, you're like, no, they got a lot more in common than just Jay-Z, bro. Like, these people are Hollywood elites, bro. Yo, they have a lot more people in common than just Jay-Z.
He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter.
Eventually she gets back to Diddy, and I take issue, man, or some consideration, man, to how she's painting Diddy. Diddy's a monster. Diddy's a horrible human being. But Diddy ain't an anomaly, homie. She calls Diddy Satan. Like, she calls Diddy the worst, most dangerous human being she's ever met. Like, be for real, bruh.
This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
There's been obviously a lot of
cruelty-free artistry.
Right, there's been a lot of rumor mill about what has happened in the rap world. A lot of allegations of the misogyny in the lyrics.
That's why I say Jay-Z is in some serious trouble. Because now they're just fitting all the terms under the umbrella of hip-hop tyranny, bro. Misogyny. When you hear them start throwing out terminology like that, bro, misogyny, anything fits in that category. It doesn't matter what you do, They can find something you did to fit in that category of misogyny. Diddy signing Foxy Brown, and subjecting her to rapping some raunchy lyrics as a minor. That right there is misogyny. So when you hear them just start throwing out terms like that, but be very careful, man, because what's coming next, homie.
Clearly was based on a general misogyny towards women away from the music. And that clearly seems to have been borne out by these charges against Diddy, which if he's found guilty of all this, he's never coming out of prison. How dangerous do you think...
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met.
Yeah, they're talking they're talking about this man like he the boogeyman, bro. Bro, you say Diddy name 3 times, man, and Satan, Lucifer, pops up, bro. Oh my God.
A lot of people have been questioning, well, she doesn't really know him. She has no knowledge of him. She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil.
Y'all out of pocket for this, man. Y'all not right for this, bro. Y'all out of pocket, man. But she does start saying some things, though, that I do think is absolutely correct. She starts saying some things like, Diddy was put up to this. Diddy, was just a handler, which for every industry, there's a handler, right? Right now, the handler of hip-hop is Jay-Z, and we've seen it on various occasions, bro. Right, Jay-Z has been given too many tools, bruh, because Jay-Z is somebody who we respect and who we would, walk for. In terms of Diddy, she's saying, these people gave Diddy the power. They put Diddy in this position, and he abused the power like they wanted him to. Now, she starts reaching, a little beyond her bridges, bruh, when she starts saying Lucian Grange, Clyde Davis, and these other elites, bruh. You start saying those names on Piers Morgan, you can expect a visit soon.
I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange. He was selected to be the demon that he is to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to rape it.
This theory I'm 100% here for, because we don't need to use too much brain power or dive too deep or do too much research to see this theory play out in real time. Y'all remember when Colin Kaepernick was kneeling for the national anthem, kneeling for the flag, and had black folks ready to march and boycott the NFL because they blackballed Colin Kaepernick from out the league for kneeling? Y'all remember that, bruh? Y'all remember who co-opted the movement and got ahead of it like a leader? Who was quick to say, hey, yeah, we boycotting the NFL. Nobody is going to perform. No black artist is going to perform. Travis Scott is trying to perform. Hey, Travis, don't perform. Jermaine Dupri is being contacted by the NFL to take on this new role as like the halftime show performance coordinator. Jay-Z said, nah, Jermaine, nah, don't take that. We're not rocking with the NFL. He co-opted the movement to appear as a leader, forcing the hand of the NFL to give him the deal that he told Jermaine Dupri to turn down. And you know who took it? Jay-Z took that deal. He took the deal. Because, you know, a handler is somebody who's always being planted, especially, bruh, in culture for subservient people. Niggas love to be subservient. That's a fact, right? So Jay-Z, who acted as and co-opted the movement as, yo, I'm the leader now of this movement. That right there was by design. Became the leader, why? Because now you control which way we go. He got the bag from the leadership, and then he told black folks, oh, we is done marching. Y'all still marching? Y'all still kneeling for the flag, nigga? Huh? That's dumb. Stop kneeling, bro. Ew, stop kneeling, bro. But we done with that. After he got the bag. After he got the bag to lead us down the, yo, we not kneeling no more. To look out for the bottom line of the infrastructure. So, yes, that theory, I believe 100%. Because we've seen it play out time after time.
For all of its precious jewels, we have too many lost. The list of lost is ridiculous. And everyone knows Diddy was selected for this job. He's the Judas.
Do you think that if he's cornered in the way that he's been now, that he may start revealing things about other people?
He has no choice. His ego and his drug addiction won't allow him to do anything different. Anybody who thinks he's not going to talk is crazy.
I've heard this a lot, but who is Diddy going to tell on? Like, to think that Diddy is going to turn somebody in is to think the feds are looking for Diddy to turn somebody in. It's to think the feds are these superheroes who came in to save the day because they realized that vulnerable people were being exploited and harmed by Diddy. No! The feds could give a damn about your local Instagram thought or vixen who was caught up at a freak off, right, getting banged out for like $1,500. No. The feds came in because they heard about Diddy blackballing a lot of elite and executives because he had these things on tapes. The feds came in looking for those tapes, looking to save the very same people that you believe Diddy is about to turn in. Fam, Diddy is Epstein. Right? Epstein couldn't turn in Bill Clinton and Bill Gates if he wanted to. Homie, the feds will kill you themselves if you think you about to turn in billionaires and politicians, homie. What you think this is? Hey, what? Like what? Oh, you think we were trying to save those raggedy victims of you? No. We came to protect the bag. We came to protect Lucian Grange. We came to protect the elites that you thought you was about to blackball and blackmail. Not happening, homie. So no, I don't believe that Diddy is about to turn on anybody because he don't got nobody to turn on. The target is Diddy.
The simple fact that he's not saying more now only means that the people who have been protecting him all along, who put him in position to be such a horror to the black community, still find value in him. He's got everybody on tape.
That right there is what it's all about. He got everybody on tape. Everyone. Lucian Grange, Clyde Davis, everyone is on tape, bruh. Yo, the feds don't care about your local IG vixen getting her back blown out for $1,200 at a Diddy freak-off, homie. They just don't care. They care about Clyde Davis and Lucian Grange. And that's who they're coming for, bruh. Yo, Diddy started off as Diddy. Started off as the handler, right? Just like how Jay-Z is now in position, as the nigga wrangler. Like that was Diddy's role at some point. But at some point, Diddy wanted to, I guess, amend for his sins. He wanted to be brother love. He wanted to start donating to HBCUs. And they said, hey, bruh, we made you the nigga wrangler for a reason, homie. What is you doing? What are you doing? You see, Diddy ain't as cutthroat as Jay-Z. Jay-Z is someone who we know for a fact. Jay-Z ain't going against his best interest. Diddy started to go back and forth. Diddy started to play both sides. He wanted to be, I guess, Negro friendly, but also wanted to work for the infrastructure, and you can't do that. And I do believe that Diddy started to get outside of his bridges, bro. He started to, feel himself and smell himself. He started to blackmail and threaten and get things done. Like, who did Diddy think he was giving back the publishing to black artists? Excuse me? And that's where a lot of this trouble started, bruh. He started to give back publishing.
See, people keep looking at him like he's the Sputnik that came out of nowhere. This is someone who was designed to be what he is. Mm-hmm. We got to stop making ditties.
Okay.
And if we're going to do that, then we got to go back. We got to go back to even further, the mentors of these people. Because Diddy was taught how to do what he does systematically, and Clyde Davis has been his greatest teacher.
Now pay attention. She said Jay-Z and Diddy and a lot of other black folks' names in this entire soliloquy she's on, right? She said a lot of names that belong to the culture. The minute she said Clyde Davis, bruh, Pierce like, hold up, bruh. Hold up, yo, I gotta protect my own, man. That's when Pierce started putting out disclaimers of, yo, Clyde is not here to defend himself, man. We can't. And then he threw in Jay-Z. But if that was the case, yo, you would have said this like 30 minutes ago when she mentioned Jay-Z the first time. But you put out the disclaimer automatically once she involves Clyde Davis. Yo, these dudes are sick, man.
Since Me Too began in 2017, the music industry has largely avoided the same kind of scrutiny that other industries have had. Why do you think that is?
Well, because the Me Too movement was a ruse. It was a setup. It was a scam. I'm saying that now, publicly. Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing.
I can't speak towards the validity of this. I do know that Dame Dash, he was dating Aaliyah. I didn't know that Jay-Z also dated Aaliyah, or Jay-Z had plans on dating Aaliyah, or Jay-Z is the one who gave Aaliyah to R. Kelly. I don't even think that R. Kelly and Jay-Z were like, because I know they did the tour, but I didn't know that Jay-Z and R. Kelly were even in communication when R. Kelly and Aaliyah was dating when Aaliyah was underage. I didn't know this, right? I mean, I'm sorry, right? I just didn't. Right? Now, she said a lot. And for God's sakes, hope it doesn't stick, Jay-Z. Hope other mainstream outlets like Fox News and CNN don't see this Piers Morgan interview and say, yo, let's invite on Jaguar Wright. Let's do that. Let's do that. Now, also, too, though, right? Like, what's even more sort of odd, right, is they then try to, like, give Vlad TV to co-sign whatever Jaguar Wright is saying. And Vlad is like, hold up. No, I'm sorry. Yo, Vlad's like, listen, bro. Like, I can talk about this Diddy stuff, bro. Diddy's a monster, bro. But when you start including Jay-Z and all that nonsense, bro, I'm not co-signing that. So Vlad outright said, listen, Jaguar Wright is a conspiracy theorist.
What did you make of what you just heard?
Well, Jaguar Wright is known to be a conspiracy theorist. I don't really co-sign anything that she says. I've never had her on my show, and I don't have any plans to have her on my show.
You don't believe her?
She got an album in 20 years, and a lot of this stuff is just stuff she's heard, things she's making up, and so forth. I'm not saying that there aren't serious things that Diddy may have done, but yeah, I can't co-sign anything that Jaguar Wright is saying, if that's your question.
Well, I mean, obviously, since we last spoke, there have now been these charges against Diddy, which are incredibly...
This is why I respect Vlad TV's opinion opposed to these other ambulance chasers. You see, it could be very easy for Vlad to say, yeah, listen, yo, Diddy did everything. Jay-Z is also guilty. And sort of play into this new narrative now of the entire industry is evil and I'm the only truth seeker. I didn't know what was going. No, bro, Vlad is taking the most common sense approach to this, which is, yo, yeah, bro, like Jay-Z probably did some bad stuff. Diddy probably did some bad stuff, all right? Is everything true? Probably not, all right? You know, was Jay-Z out here tying up women, putting them in suitcases and getting them killed and drugging them and putting them on planes? Like the Jay-Z drug Aaliyah and put her on the plane? Probably not, bro. Right? Like Vlad TV is taking a common sense approach and he's not getting too like concerned or, you know, diving too deep into these conspiracy theories, and he's calling it out. And just like other people, right? You know, like folks who probably right now they're, you know, on the latter end of their careers, they're trying to stay relevant any way they like know how. They're going on these platforms, bro, and they are playing into every conspiracy theories they can play into, bro. I know 300 women that Diddy victimized. Look, I told Tupac before Tupac died that these 300 women were victimized by Diddy, and that's why me and Tupac was coming together to take down Diddy, because Tupac knew that Diddy was victimizing women, and Tupac was trying to save the black women Diddy was victimizing. Don't ask me how I know. Don't ask me how I know. That's a very real moment. And having to relive that is painful enough. Don't ask me how I know. But hey, listen, man. If you got another 1,500 for me, bro, I can come back like next Wednesday, bro, because you don't know, like, listen, I told a Tupac story, but I also got a story about Biggie. Man, come on. Right, but Vlad don't need the money. So Vlad is not going to come on these platforms and just lie and tell stories, bro. Right? You know, like to make a quick bag. No, his reputation means more to him than the quick bag. Now, I'm sure Jaguar Wright is probably telling some truths. And I'm sure Jaguar Wright, you know, probably like she probably doesn't fit into the category I just described because she was doing this before the money was here. But these other rappers and YouTubers and these others like people in music, bro, and these celebrities, bro, yo, they're only doing this for a bag, bro. Don't get confused. Now, what's kind of interesting too, right, is after like Piers Morgan interviewed Vlad, he interviewed a lawyer who's apparently representing somebody who has been victimized by Diddy. And this lawyer like starts bringing like the cultural conversations to Piers Morgan. Like, she starts calling Vlad a culture vulture and like all type of weird stuff, bro. Which one was inappropriate too? It has no place on Piers Morgan. Like, why are you even bringing this up? But she's mad that Vlad TV isn't playing into the conspiracy theories, right, and sensationalizing this because she's representing somebody, right, who can benefit from people like Vlad TV sensationalizing this and not calling things like this a conspiracy theory.
I also want to address Mr. Vlad, who I know to be a culture vulture, who takes from the Black community and doesn't give back and puts artists in situations where then they are indicted by the police. And he's very much so what we call police type investigation in the Black community. And for him to repudiate what Mrs. Wright has said, I thought was completely out of line. He can say he doesn't agree, which is fine. But for him to be someone who constantly uses the Black community and uses them as a means for his platform, I thought that was very inconsiderate and unprofessional.
If y'all don't know, before this Diddy stuff, like I probably already explained in this video, before this Diddy stuff, her new hustle or her old hustle was she was representing women who were lying on famous athletes and famous rappers, hoping to get a settlement and not go to court. That was her hustle. The one hustle that blew up in her face because Chris Brown had messages and receipts to prove the woman that she was representing was lying. And then she dropped the woman and said, hey, I didn't know about this note, right? So like, who's more of a danger and a vulture? Somebody who's representing women who are lying and stealing money from famous athletes and rappers? Or someone, who's doing interviews and paying these rappers and athletes and entertainers tens of thousands of dollars to tell their story. I think it's the woman who, right, like who's lying on athletes and and rappers and taking their money from them, bro. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think, bro? Do y'all believe Jaguar Wright, or are you guys on the side of Vlad TV where y'all think Jaguar Wright is a conspiracy theorist, or is it right in the middle? Let me know. And if you're still watching, man, click on this video here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, man, to find out why the Hollywood elites are scared of this coming out. Click on this video here to find out exactly what this is. I'm going to see you guys in this video. Out of here, folks. Peace.